Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this 6 game League of Legends LPL and LCK slate on DraftKings for Sunday, March 29th. Before I get started, if you guys could like, subscribe, and then comment at the end if you got any questions. I'll answer them when I got the time, which I usually get to people back pretty quick. Any recommendations, um, I'll make sure I run them back and try to incorporate those into the videos. Um, but I did get a recommendation from a guy, um, and I was thinking of just doing it really quick. I was trying to do it, but sometimes I record my videos at certain times, so I don't know the outcomes of the matches from the slate before. But today I am doing it a little later, so I'm just gonna go through the my picks from from the night before, and then see how they went, and then just see how I'm doing. It's all right. So I mean, yesterday it was a 6 game slate, and I'm pretty sure I went 5-1. I picked M1 Gaming to win, LGD Gaming to win, Gen G to win, Dragon X to win, and I did pick Team WE to win, and they got upset 2-1. And then I picked IG Invictus Gaming to beat Sunny, which they did as well. So my picks ended up going 5-1. So I mean, if you were stacking any of those 5 teams, probably had a little bit of success at least. Um, Usually all it takes is just stacking the winning teams, 4-man stacks or 3-man stacks, like I've mentioned a couple times. But just gonna do that. I mean, maybe I could do a little extra next time, but just gonna try to run back and mention my picks just to see how I did. Usually off of that, you can judge based off of the people I picked, the teams I picked, how I did the night before. All right. So on to today's slate. Um, just early on, I mean, the first thing I like to do is go through the teams, my favorites at least, my 6 favorites, and then those are usually the 6 teams I'll be stacking around. Um, so I mean, early on I got E-Star beating DMO. They're the highest favorited team on this slate. Then also I got T1 beating HLE, and then I do have EDG upsetting RNG. Um, RNG hasn't been playing too good. I mean, they did win this last game, but they haven't been that good of a team. As far as games, they're 9-7 for the season. EDG is, I believe, 10-8, which is not bad. I mean, I don't think they've played this season, but EDG is on a 2 game winning streak. They've won 3 of their last 4 matches, have been playing pretty solid. This game is really just a toss up, and I'm honestly going to take my chances with the bigger savings on the guys from EDG. They're a lot cheaper than the RNG guys, and that's a place where I'll take my shots at GPP. RNG is favorited, so I mean, if you do want to go the safer route for cash, I can see why you would go there. But for GPPs, I am going to be playing Edward Gaming over them. And then up next, I got Sandbox beating APK, which they're favorited as well. And I actually got another upset with KT over AF. KT's been playing so good. It's probably a team I've been playing a ton lately. Aiming has been killing it. In the bot lane, he's just been on fire. They got what 6 wins in a row. They started off pretty bad this season, but they've been on a winning streak lately. They actually have been playing way better than a Freak of Games, Freak of Freaks. But so yeah, that's my 5th pick to win, and then another upset that I'm going with is I'm going for esports to get upset, top esports to get upset by OMG. OMG has been playing pretty good as well. I mean, they did lose last game in a really tough matchup versus FPX, but before that, they were on a 4 game winning streak. They're 12-8 on the season as far as games. Um, they've been playing pretty good all season, and I mean, they almost beat FPX last week, but came up a little short. But I think they'll continue and come in with that confidence from the week before. And I mean, top esports is not like hugely favored over them. It's a close. All those games, OMG and TES is close, AF and KT is close, and EDG and RNG is pretty close as well. It's just kind of whichever way you want to go. And then I'm just going to get into some players that I would incorporate in my 4-man and 3-man stacks if I am playing these specific teams that I pick to win. I mean, Xiao Bai, I mean, obvious play if you're going to be stacking um, E-Star. He has probably the highest ceiling on the slate as far as any top laner. Um, Solid play, 7 kills per game, 18 assists per game, per match. This is all per match, so which is really good. It's been playing pretty good all season. Can't go wrong with him if you're going to be stacking E-Star. Up next, um, I'm going to be mentioning Lonely. Ever since Lonely started playing in the lineup over the last 3 games, they've been playing pretty good. Just solid play in the wins. For SB, he's been playing really good. I do like Lonely. 6.3 kills per match, 14 kills per 14 assists per match. And then we also got Canna for T1. It's been playing really good in the top lane over these last 2 weeks. 83, 77 fantasy points per game. Doesn't play as good as everybody else in the top lane, but he's this nice piece if you're going to be stacking T1 if you want those savings. And then the last guy I want to mention is Ioti for EDG. Ever since he stepped in the lineup these last 2 matches, he's been playing pretty solid. They've won them both. 85, 50 fantasy points per game in those 2 games. I do like him in that top lane if I am going to save some money and play those EDG guys. Those are for the top laners. Jungle, has been playing amazing in the jungle. He has the highest ceiling as well as far as anybody playing today. 128 last game, 114 the week before. He's had 125 game this season, 7 kills, 27 assists per match, 90 fantasy points per game per match. If you're going to be spending up at jungle, he's the guy I would be looking at. Scrolling down, you can't go wrong with Kuz. He's been playing really good. Nice low floor. A lot of these T1 guys are they're safe. I feel like they're constantly going to give you good numbers. They don't have super high ceilings, but they do have really high floors. I feel like as long as they're winning their matchup, the game, they have a pretty safe floor depending on which area they're playing in. And then up next, just scrolling down. There's a lot of junglers I like. I like Punch for SB, for Sandbox as well. He stepped into the lineup the last 2 weeks, been playing pretty solid for Sandbox the last 2 games. He replaced Karsa. On Fleek, he replaced him in the starting lineup, and he's been playing pretty well. Afrika, if you want to play any of these, if you want to play Spirit, I see no issue with that, but not really going to look to be going there if I'm playing that jungle. I like a lot of other junglers. I like Hacker a lot for OMG. He's been playing good all season. Well, since he stepped in, you've seen the difference with OMG over these last 5 matches. Has a nice little floor, nice, not super high ceiling, but for 6K, it's a good play. And then obviously all these other guys I like for the teams that I favorited with Junjia for Edward Gaming. He's been playing solid these last 2 weeks. And then Bono for KT Roaster. He's been playing really solid. He had 97 last week, 63, 78, 15 assists per match, which is really good. Solid play, honestly. If I am going to be playing some of those guys. Mid lane, Crying. All these E-Star guys are super high ceilings. 141. He's topped 100 points, 6 out of the last. Every game this season, other than 2, he's topped over 100 fantasy points. He's probably been the most consistent mid laner as far as like high ceilings. 104 fantasy points per game. If I am stacking E-Star, he's the guy I'm going to want in there for sure. Faker, like I mentioned earlier, safe floor, 70 fantasy point floor probably. Doesn't really get you over 85, but doesn't really get you too low as long as they're winning the matchup, which I believe they are going to win this today. Last guy I want to mention in mid is Dove. Dove at 7.2 for SB, solid. Usually that's where you're going to get your most points is the mid laners, so that's where you really want to spend up. So, can't go wrong with a lot of these guys for the teams that I'm picking, but those are the guys that I'm mainly looking at. Scout's not bad either for Edward Gaming if I am picking them to win. Last 3 weeks, he's hit over 80 fantasy points. Been playing really solid. Up next, AD Carry. Once again, E-Star Wink has been a monster this season. 104 fantasy points per game. He actually has the highest ceiling on the slate. It's going to be hard to fit him and Crying in the same lineups, but if you can do it, do it. And then you got Teddy, another safe guy for T1. 10 kills per match, 11 assists per match. 83 fantasy points per game. You kind of know what you're going to get out of him if they're winning. And then you got Aiming, which is probably my favorite AD carry on the slate. 7K. He's been a monster these last couple weeks. 110, 98. He's been killing it on this 5-match win streak for these guys. Which if they win today, it'll be hugely in part thanks to him. He's been killing it. 9 kills per game, 9 assists per game. But over this last stretch, he's just been way better than that. I mean, 18 kills, 10 kills. He's gone over 10 kills during their winning streak. Doubles, assists in that winning streak as well. He's just been playing very solid. Then, Hope. I also like Hope for EDG. He's in a tough matchup. But, if they're winning, if Edward Gaming's winning, it's going to be due in part to him and the mid laner. He's been playing pretty good all during their last couple 5 matches. He's been playing pretty solid. 12 kills per match, 10 assists per match, 78 fantasy points per match. Really good. Nice floor on him as long as they're winning. And then support. You got Shalcy, the best support on the slate. With the highest ceiling, of course. Highest floor as well. You got to spend up for him, but he's good. Then you got Effort, another safe guy for T1. Can't go wrong with him. So like Gorilla for 4.8 for AP for SB. It's a good play. This game's gonna be kind of hectic. Should be a good game, but it's not really nothing to get too excited for. Usually you want to play the LPL guys, just due to the fact that they get a ton more kills. The LPL is a lot more active on the map. The LCK is a lot more passive, as you'll notice eventually. But that's usually how you win. You got to be different. Sometimes those LCKs do pop off. Some exciting games sometimes. And then you got Tucson, same thing. It's good to pair him up with Aiming. If Aiming's having a good lane down there, it's usually in part because the support's really helping him out. And then I think those are the main 4 guys I want to talk about in that bottom lane. But like I said, just look to stack the teams. I'm looking to stack E-Star, T1, Sandbox, OMG, and KT Rolster, and Edward Gaming. Yep, those are the 6 teams I'm looking to stack. I'll probably be able to fit in a lot of E-Stars and Edward Gaming's together, or E-Stars with KT Rolster as well, which will be some really good stacks. High ceilings, high floors. Yeah, but that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you like what I'm providing. If you got any recommendations, let me know. If you got any questions, let me know. Like, subscribe, share, please. I've gotten a good amount of subscribers over these last couple days, and I'm really thankful. Thank you.